is also something that is actually a great opportunity, because of course, as you can imagine, we cannot bring everybody to Rome. I would really love to invite more people to join us in Rome, but I think that online events also can connect. So it's not that this meeting today, we have more or less 1 hour, is also a great opportunity to not only get to know the teachers or the main applicants of this great applications for the Global Award, but also to see you as students. I see already some of the students from the project, so warm welcome also to you, and also, of course, to community members. So that is actually what I would like to focus more in the future as a regional hub coordinator, to give voices to communities. And that is something that this online event brings, that we can now see each other and listen to each other, that, you know, there is somebody behind this emails, and that is what I would like to offer you for the next minutes. So before giving the stage to Candelaria, I would just share some or clarify some aspects on the process for the Global Award. So altogether, from our regional hub, we had 8 applications from KU Eichstätt-Ingolstadt, 7 applications from KUL in Lublin, 5 applications from Bethlehem University, and 2 applications from the Ukrainian Catholic University in Lviv. So altogether, we had 12 evaluators from our region, from Germany, Poland, Palestine, Ukraine, Slovakia, and Romania, and they and we had 2 evaluation rounds. So before passing the best applications to the jury, we could evaluate together with our colleagues in 2 stages these applications, and then in the end we had 6 jury members from Germany, Palestine, Slovakia, Romania, Croatia, and Bosnia and Herzegovina, and they evaluated the best 8 applications out of this big group of applications. And of course, I don't need to mention it, but I will say it to clarify and to be transparent. So the 2 jury members from Germany and Palestine, they of course did not evaluate the applications coming from their own institutions. So that was how we worked during this process. And in the end, we had 8 applications that passed to the final jury meeting, which was held in July online. And here you can see those who were passed to that jury meeting. I will not name all of them because with a complete name, because some of these experiences, they have very long titles. So it's like I name here the acronyms, and I would like to congratulate all of these applications, because it was really hard for the jury to pick out really the best 4 projects who in the end were awarded. So as you know, and as we already published, these are this year our winners. So we have one experience from Lublin that is awarded with the Global Award from Uniservitate, which is called Bacteria Antibiotic Resistance, a Global Challenge Local Action, the students' project carried out as part of the activity in the scientific club. So congratulations to this experience. We will further get to know a little bit about it. And as the second award is announced, Service Learning Language Promotion in Primary School from Eichstätt. So congratulations also to you. And then the jury had to take a very hard decision. After my introduction, they will of course mention and comment on these experiences, because they decided that there were 2 projects from Bethlehem, very elaborated, and they decided to award 2 of this applications for the special mention. So I would like to congratulate to the project Global Citizenship, Sustainability and Service Learning. And the other one from Bethlehem University is Health Awareness Programs, Nursing and Midwifery Student Activities for Coursework. So congratulations also to you. And last but not least, a second project from Eichstätt-Ingolstadt is awarded with a special mention that is called Awareness, Pastoral Care in the Context of Festivals and Events. And I know that Sophia, a student from Eichstätt, will present this experience. So congratulations also to you and welcome to this celebration. And now I would like to give the stage to Candelaria, who will say some words in the name of CLISE. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Christiane. And I'm very, very happy to be here today with all of you in this celebration. Congratulations on all the efforts that you have done and why we are here gathered today. It's because of you. Just to give a framework, this is the second edition of the Uniservitate Award. As Christiane shared the pictures of the first edition, this is a global award that is developed in 7 different regions around the world. Here we are celebrating the Central and Eastern Europe and Middle East region, but there are other 6 regions as well, where again, they are receiving awards and special mentions. And today is a very special day. Today we are recognizing the remarkable efforts of you, students and teachers who dedicated your efforts to service learning. You have made incredible change in using your creativity, your dedication to change the traditional methods of teaching and learning and to make a real change in the world. This is about you, about how you have worked together to apply science in a different way, to work on critical citizenship in a different way, catering and addressing real needs and real people, and engaging not only within your institutions, but also outside, engaging empathetically with others, creating literacy and linguistic opportunities for vulnerable populations, and overall addressing the needs of communities and addressing specific future professional needs, and developed your learning in a very specific and engaging way. I think this is the education for the future, but it's not only education for the future that is coming afterwards, but that is being developed today. You are making the change today. You are helping to build a more powerful possibilities to be engaged in society, in creating a more peaceful world, and in creating a more engaging education. So congratulations to you in your achievements, and congratulations to all that have been involved in the process, the jury members, the evaluators, the hub coordination, and all those that have been making this possible. From CLISE, from Uniservitate, again, congratulations and see you in Rome.
Thank you very much, Candelaria. And we will start with our first winner, the project Bacteria Antibiotic Resistance, a global challenge, local action, the students project carried out as part of the activity in the scientific club, awarded to Lublin University, Catholic University. And Ilona, I can already see you. The stage is yours. And after your short impact on your experience, I would like to give the possibility to students, if you have students here in the celebration, also to share what they learned if they want. They don't have to, but they could. And Alina Russo, she is one of the jury members, and she will give afterwards a short comment on this experience.
Hello, everyone. Our students are present, so I think maybe we will listen what they could say about the project. Hello, students.
Students, where are you? There. The stage is yours. We can't hear. Something is, the microphone is not working. Or is it me? I'm not sure.
Can you hear us?
Yes, now.
No.
Okay.
Hi, we are members of the scientific club of our biotechnology studies. We are from Catholic University of Lublin. And this is Szymon, this is Kinga, I am Alexandra, and this is Monika. We would like to share our perspective of our project. So our project of antibiotic resistance of bacteria in playgrounds in Lublin aims to investigate the presence and spread of antibiotic resistant bacteria in places where children regularly spend time. As part of our project, detailed microbiological tests were conducted on samples collected from various playgrounds. Some of them were located in near of trees and bushes, and some of them were from the city. So we collected samples from surfaces such as sandboxes, slides, swings, and benches. The key aspect was to detect and identify bacteria that exhibit resistance to commonly used antibiotics for treating infections. The goal of the study was not only to assess for potential health risks to children, but also to raise awareness about the growing problem of antibiotic resistance. The project results were intended to guide the implementation of preventing measures, such as improving cleaning and hygiene standards in playgrounds and promoting the responsible use of antibiotics. The initiative also aimed to better understand how urban environments, including public spaces, might contribute to the spread of antibiotic resistance bacteria and to take steps to prevent the escalations of the issue in the future.
So with this project, we've achieved both scientific and social results. We've collected a very valuable scientific material that we presented on various conferences. We created a map that is available for everybody for free on our website. The map contains playgrounds in Lublin and all the bacteria that occur in them. What is most important is that the map has information about which bacteria is resistant to which antibiotics. But the best thing for us is that we were useful for our local community. The community was so interested in our project that one can say that they were waiting for the result. What is more, a few radio stations, as well as a national television, asked us for an interview. We were and still are very surprised by everyone's positive response. We believe that even though our actions were local, we spread the awareness of bacteria gaining resistance to antibiotics. We are very happy that what we learn at the university can be useful to our local community, and we feel a need to create another project that can help other people.
Thank you very much. And congratulations, students. Amazing project.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Alina.
I think someone was still talking, isn't it, Christiana, if I'm not wrong?
I don't want to cut down
okay,
students.
okay.
Yeah.
Good, congratulations. I'm really happy to see the students behind this amazing service learning project. I'm saying hello to you from the University of Agricultural Sciences and Veterinary Medicine, Cluj-Napoca, Romania. Might be some of you visited it, otherwise you are always welcome to join us, Erasmus students or other types of mobilities. I'm also from the Faculty of Animal Science and Biotechnologies. Being a biologist and psychologist myself, and also a humane educator, I want to appreciate and express my congratulations to this team of students and the teachers behind it, but also the media, because you mentioned the media, and it's really important to have a great connection with people that can disseminate our voices and our results. And actually, this service learning project, you can see, and you heard from their presentation, and it was a delight to read it, shows that we can combine real science with public awareness, public health, but also the approach of one health, one welfare, one planet, because the biological samples were collected from the environment, from the local environment, based on global needs of having a more functional, more healthy environment. And in these places where the students were, also animals are living, like companion animals or also other, like urban wild fauna. So it is also important for veterinary medicine, for biologists, to see the results, but also for the other people that are passing by and that are living together with in the same environment. Congratulations. I'm really happy that the platform is still functional. Keep doing the good work, updated, and I would be interested to see how the map evolves in terms of becoming, the places that are probably red now, and they are becoming not that red in the future in terms of decreasing the probably, the red flags that you right now have identified. Congratulations again to all of you.
Thank you very much, Alina. And I would like to announce the other Global Award winner project named Service Learning Language Promotion in Primary School. And I can already see my colleague, Christina Löblein, who is here, and the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Christiane. Well, yeah, my name is Christina Löblein. I'm a research associate and also primary school teacher working at KU Eichstätt-Ingolstadt. And yeah, I would like to briefly summarize my project, but first of all, say thank you to everybody who was supportive for that project, and also Christiane, all the support, and any question asked, it was always no problem to get an answer. Also to Ola and everybody else involved at Union in the whole Uniservitate family. Yes. So now my project is set in a complete different field. It's set in the field of German didactics. So this project runs for 2.5 years, and now the second year has started. It's like we're in the middle of the second year of this project, and yeah, it's about language promotion, language support in primary school for primary school children, and yes, it's all about educational equity and also societal participation, because in German, especially now Bavarian primary schools, there are more and more children who are new to the German language or learning German as a second language, especially asylum seekers, refugees, migrants in general. And the schools are just not capable anymore in dealing with it. They don't have enough personnel or money to to find the support for the students, for the pupils, the children at school, at primary school, children aged 6 to 11 years. And so the idea was to have like a project where students from university, also on teaching program and also non-teaching programs, go to primary schools and give language support classes with small groups of children. So my students go there to the primary schools in the Eichstätt region and work together with the children. There are like 2 or 3 children in one group, and they work like every week, once a week. And in addition to that, they come to my seminar and learn about all like the theory and expertise on how to teach German as a second language, because German as a second language, it's not an essential part of the study program in general if you're pursuing a teaching degree. So even for the teaching degree students, this field is quite new, even though the number of the children in schools who are children with German as a second language, this number is increasingly high. And so this is just a very important puzzle piece to help the schools and foremost the children. It's just a little tiny bit in their learning process. And also the students that were involved in this project so far, all of them said this was a very unique experience for them, for both these on the teaching degree and also for them not on the teaching degree, working so intensely together with these children, and also on in that field of German as a second language. It's really helped them in their professionalization in becoming a teacher in all of their teaching actions. Also, excuse me?
Go ahead.
Okay. So, it was also like a very practical hands-on training. Since I'm a primary school teacher myself, I can like connect both worlds very well and know about the problems which occur in the side of the university, but also in the side with the schools, because the schedule for school children is not the same as for students and so on. We don't have to talk about this to get it all organized on the one hand. And also the practical part in the teaching degree is not as big as the students always wish. So they were very happy to have this very intense experience. And this is always the feedback that I'm receiving during the seminary and during the project and also afterwards, that they are very, very happy to get a very deep insight before they start their actual work at the schools later on. And also they are in a very intense exchange with the teachers at the schools to get to know what do the children need, on which level are they at. And so we really try to make it work that the children receive the kind of support they need during the semester while the project is running. And really trying to help every part and every team, so to say, who is participating in that project. Also, for the children, it's the language skills, but not only, it's also really pushing their self-esteem. And this is not only what I see, but also what the teachers tell me. Children who are in their regular classes and don't dare to say a word if they are new to German, and they don't dare to speak in their class, after a couple of months together with the students, where they could feel, okay, I know something, I know a bit of German, and now I dare to speak also in my own classroom and can participate a bit more in the activities and understand what's going on. So this is a very good feedback, and we will keep on with that project for another year, and there are like more and more students enrolling with the project, and more schools wanting to be part. Also, I'd say after that announcement of the award, there are more schools coming to me telling me, we'd like to be a part. And also more and more students, especially from the non-teaching program, which is quite surprising because for them it's really hard. They don't know much about teaching in the first place, and yeah, they say, okay, I want to try this. And so this is very awesome to see that there are young people who want to get engaged, who want to get involved, who want to try and work with these children who are often very disadvantaged in their lives and also in school, in that structure, in that system. And the students want to spend time with them, for them, plan good experiences, good lessons. And this is a very positive sign also for the young students and the new generation that's growing in this world. Yeah, and so we like to keep on doing this, influence the change within our means that we can do, and increase the part of democratic learning, which is becoming more and more important. We see it all over the world. So we will keep up standing for these children, and try to continue as long as we can. And thanks also with the support of Uniservitate. This is a
Thank you, Christina. Thank you so much. We can all feel your passion for the project, and I'm so happy that it will continue.
It will.
And those of you who don't know German, it's a very difficult language to learn. So this work is really important. And I would like to welcome another jury member who will now comment on the decision making in this amazing project. Edina Malkic, she's from Bosnia and Herzegovina. Edina, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Christian. It is a pleasure and a joy to be part of this huge community. And I really celebrate with all of my being to be here and listen students and listen professors to share their passion and practices of service learning. I come from Bosnia, as Cristiano said, and I work in International Association Interactive Open Schools, an organization who supports schools, elementary and secondary schools in Bosnia to implement or use service learning for all these effects that we just heard from Christina. And Christina, congratulations to you and your team of professors and your students. It's nice to see now the face with reading the application and enjoying everything that you just described here, but also in your application in past months. So many things that you just shared, I was intending to emphasize, but I will just shortly say we were very instantly, we were sure that this is the winner practice, because in terms of finding that really urgent need, as you just explained, is there, it's visible, and it's really tangible in the society, in school, and the community that your students were working in. It was visible the high engagement of students in forming the service, in implementing the service, directing the process, and all the feedback that you just shared really just argumented why we choose this practice to be one of the winning ones. I was thinking in terms of dissemination, this is the huge potential for everyone else, not only universities, but also maybe high schools, to disseminate this approach in a way how to learn language from one side as a student, and also transfer that knowledge to other ones, and in this case are the students from elementary school. There's also a strong and deep effect on learning, as you just shared with us, because it's one thing to learn the language, but it's totally different and higher level to actually transfer this language in a way that somebody who doesn't speak understand it, and it is empowered to actually say a few words, to be safe, to make this first expression in foreign language. In terms of innovation, this deep learning that your students gained checked where they are, how they are with the future teaching profession. This is really something that we really need in practice more and more. In terms of the social change, no need to say that the support that students in elementary school got really and probably changed certain perception of the new environment and new living condition for them, being able to express themselves, learn and feel that motivation that I'm seen, I'm accepted, I can learn, I can manage this. These are the very strong messages and strong potential for elementary school students as a user or beneficiaries of this service. And in terms of sustainability, what is the obstacle for any other department of languages to take your approach and just go there and work? I mean, every language has its tough sides and its ease, but the way how your students use the knowledge, use the professional skills or this professional part of teaching language is something that is possible and is sustainable to go beyond. As you said, this is 2 years long project, and it has and it will continue because in terms of sustainability, you did a lot of work to motivate your students so that they see the meaning in all of this. From my side, it was really joy to read your application, and congratulations to you all. And once again, the role of the professor as somebody who facilitates but still open the space for students to work is seen from your presentation now, but also from your application. Great, great job. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Edina. Thank you very much. And now we come to our special mentions, 3 experiences, and we move now to Bethlehem. I can see so many people from Bethlehem. Can you please raise up hands? It's really amazing. I think half of the participants in this Zoom are from Bethlehem or more. So warm welcome to you, to community members, to students, to professors. And I would like to name the first project, Global Citizenship, Sustainability and Service Learning. And after giving the stage to the students and teachers, our jury member, Bojana Kulum from Croatia, she will give also her comment on this amazing project. So congratulations, and the stage is yours.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for organizing this celebration. Big thanks for your support. Also, special thanks to you, Christiane, for your efforts. We highly appreciate your efforts. And congratulations to all winners. So I have a short presentation to share with you about our initiative. Okay. Just 1 second. Okay. So our initiative is called Global Citizenship, Sustainability and Service Learning. We mean by global citizenship to foster the global citizenship skills of our students, global mindset in terms of understanding the connections between local issues, global issues, developing their intercultural competence, appreciating cultural diversity. So we are talking about different aspects. And this is done in our projects, in our 10 projects. Our initiative comprises 10 projects that are aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals of the UN, also in partnership with international organizations, partnership with local organizations which have wide cooperation links with international organizations so that our students understand the importance of capacity building that is done by international cooperation. also reaching out to global audiences through culture-sensitive digital campaigns. And a brief overview about how we incorporated service learning into the courses of the Department of English and Communication that I represent. So in spring 2023, we started our pilot implementation of 7 projects within the courses of advocacy and public relations. This coincided with the happening of the International Conference of Service Learning at Bethlehem University. And this provided us with a great opportunity to be more visible, to reflect critically on our work. And here you can see some photos from the projects that I conducted in my 2 courses. So projects range from bridging digital divide among people who have disabilities, destigmatizing mental health, raising awareness about global citizenship, fighting animal abuse, reducing paper waste at Bethlehem University, promoting interfaith dialogue between Christian students and Muslim students at Bethlehem University. So I'm talking about several projects under the theme of global citizenship and sustainability. Also, you can see here some of our local and international partners. And today we have some partners presenting, or some partners attending the celebration, EducAid, and also the Animal and Environment Association. In fall 2023, unfortunately, the brutal Israeli war on Gaza started and we switched to online learning. So we had to, we were very committed to continue with our service learning. That's why we organized some virtual activities. One of them is a virtual exchange program with the University of Montana in the United States. And in this program, we had 8 meetings between our students and students from the University of Montana. Everything was done by students. They designed the program, coordinated it, moderated it, and also evaluated it. And we can see some photos from this program. And in the program, as I said, they discussed the SDGs from an intercultural lens. Also, my colleague Laith conducted some virtual activities, and he will talk about them.
I think they can hear me well like this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will try to be as brief as possible. In my course, this was the time after Ustaz Ramzi has started with the project. We were online and I was teaching this course for the first time called Digital Communications. So my idea was to have these campaigns that revolve around the theme of global citizenship, sustainability, and the SDGs done online. And by online, I mean that the students started in phases where they would create what is their campaign, first of all, that they care about. They were working in groups. Some of them were already doing this work with Mr. Ramzi in his courses, and then they continued that digital part in my class. I picked 3 of them in this, 3 of these campaigns. One of them is called Clean BU. One of them is called Bodies Not Labels, and the third one is called Sustain BU. So these students worked in phases where they would work on these campaigns, decide who are their target audience, what is their main objectives, and then how to digitally communicate that online to reach as much audience as possible, including Bethlehem University students. So they did websites, they did Instagram pages, some of them did Twitter, some of them did surveys, and they tried to think of how anything and everything in the multimodality of the internet, how does that interact in comparison or in contrast with each other to be able to reach their target audience. I'm going to go over very, very quickly over what each of these projects did. The first one was Clean BU, where they try to bring this awareness campaign on how to reduce paper waste and promote sustainability at the university through advocacy, fundraising, Christmas card recycling, and as part of their digital awareness campaign. You can see QR codes that you can scan to check out their Instagrams if you're interested while I'm going through these slides. The next one, Bodies Not Labels, where these students focused on combating body shaming with their digital campaign. This one was very impressive because they've reached around 40,000 impressions in a week. And one of their videos that they created went viral on Instagram, and it was adopted by a very popular Instagram page in Japan even, which kind of shows how much the internet is connected with each other to reach this idea of global citizen. And the last one was Sustain BU, where they worked on reducing paper waste at Bethlehem University towards a paper-free campus. Again, through digital marketing and digital communicating at the same time with social media, Instagram, and everything else. Few pictures, and these are some of the students who worked on Clean BU. And this is a screenshot from their website. So now I'll be moving on to Ms. Rubaiyat, who will talk about her advocacy course.
Hello, everyone. Again, I'll be very brief as well. So in spring 2024, we transitioned from online to hybrid learning, and this allowed us to meet with the students on campus. And this made it easier in my advocacy course to ask the students to partner with NGOs and civil society organizations. And as you can see from the pictures, this is a campaign that was done by my students, where they partnered with Wings of Hope for Trauma, and they also partnered with Ibda Cultural Community Center, which is based in a refugee camp. And this campaign was done in April. And as you can see, they basically hosted an event or an activity with the parents, and the parents invited the children, where they talked about the impact of war, and they did that through art, because obviously it's very difficult for children to express how they're feeling, especially in situations of conflict. And they were able to do that through art, which was very, very successful, because again, this was done last semester, or like in April, and it was an activity or an event that has never been done before. And as you can see from the pictures, they focused on the parents are the ones who should, or the focus was mainly on the parents and the children as well. And if you look here, this is another campaign that was done by my students in the advocacy course, but this was actually done on campus, and where the students invited the NGO, which is Qadir for Community Development, and they focused on students with disabilities, and their main message was inclusion, and they highlighted the importance of inclusion, accessibility. And then if you look at the pictures at the bottom, they invited other students on campus to use the cane and the wheelchair and to try to go to their classes while being blindfolded. And this helped them kind of understand the struggles that students with disabilities face on campus. So that's it. Anything you want to add, guys?
If you scan this QR code, you can look at our Facebook page, where we try to post more updates and upcoming projects and everything else we can share with you guys on there. So feel free to scan that code for more updates. And thank you so much for having us. It was an honor we thank you for this honor from all of us at the English department at Bethlehem University.
Thank you so much, and congratulations for this amazing project. I'm very impressed now after seeing this different projects actually. And Bojana, go ahead.
Hello everyone, greetings from Croatia, and let me just jump to the business right away. I think that now seeing this presentation, all of you understand why Bethlehem University is on the list of, honorable mentions. Greetings to all of you. I think that I can say on behalf of everyone that we are super, super, super happy to have you here today online with us. For those of you who do not know, Bethlehem University actually submitted this cluster with 10 sub-projects under the theme of global citizenship, sustainability, and education, spanning over 4 academic courses. And altogether, 3 professors, 32 students, and very diverse community partners engaged in collaborative projects with both local but international partners as well, coming from the USA and Italy. And while the beneficiary communities varied from project to project, all of the collaboration actually aligned perfectly with the SDGs, and were addressing pressing issues, particularly knowing the crisis context of Bethlehem community. And what it's quite important from the service learning perspective, Students played a major role in all of the phases, in coordination, in facilitation, application, evaluation. And there were so many really, really impressive aspects of these projects. But if I, need to cherry pick one, the jury was most impressed by Bethlehem University professors' efforts and students' ability to actually leverage modern technology for social change. Students utilize digital media tools for advocacy, for awareness campaigns. They showcase the power of storytelling in digital campaigns. The students created educational videos and used the power of social media to reach out to their various targets group. They presented astonishing competencies in creating quite an engaged multimedia content. Or, to sum it all up, students really presented like truly enhanced creativity and innovation in digital content creation, dissemination, application, while at the same time acknowledging particularities of various community partners and their beneficiary contexts. And this is why I think that there is, that a big congratulation is there that I extend for all of you engaged. Congratulations. It was really, really a pleasure for me as a jury member to learn so much actually about Bethlehem University and to learn so much about very particular ways of your very mature and very much needed response in co-creating all of these projects so that various members of your community can truly benefit from, learn from, and know that actually there is a university that cares about a community. Your architecture of care, that is what was really, really impressive. Congratulations one more to all of you.
Thank you very much, Bojana. And we come to the second special mention for Bethlehem University called Health Awareness Programs, Nursing and Midwifery Students Activities for Coursework. And after the very short presentation, we will listen again to Edina with her comment. Thank you very much. The stage is yours. You're muted.
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon, distinguished guests. On behalf of my colleagues, Ms. Amal Abu Nijmeh and Dr. Hanan Hasboun Sakka, I would like to welcome you and thank you for inviting us for such important and distinguished day. My name is Fatma Hamad Madani and I serve as chairperson of Midwifery Department at Bethlehem University. I'll briefly present our work in service learning and community engagement. I'm sorry, what about the slide? It needs to move. Yes. First, I'd like to begin with Ms. Amal's project that focused on several pediatric health issues and first aid principles and intervention. Through a collaboration with local rehabilitation institutions, hospitals, and kindergarten. As you can see in the picture, there is several collaboration with midwifery and nursing students that providing training to children with special needs, parents, and staff. This project empower all participants, provide needed and emergency care to children on daily basis and during a crisis, ensuring that more children receive timely and effective first aid. Next, I will talk about Dr. Hanan's project, which was implemented through Al-Maha Cancer Society in cooperation with our midwifery and nursing student. This initiative focused on breast cancer screening, awareness, and early detection, which is a critical issue in our country where women are often diagnosed at later stages. Our student taught women about self-breast exam, which empowered them with knowledge that could lead to earlier detection and better health outcomes. This was valuable experience for the student, combining health promotion education with hands-on community engagement. Finally, the midwifery department initiated an academic videos production project. Our students created various educational videos related to children and maternal health, with a focus on providing guidance in situations where access to medical services is limited, such as during the recent political crisis. These videos include standardized simulation, as you can see. So the midwifery students were the actors, and they are allowing the student to not only learn, but also teach others. We established 2 social platforms to reach the widest audience possible, particularly those in remote areas. To conclude, I think we have just 5 minutes. These projects highlight the powerful impact of service learning. Our students not only gain essential hands-on experience, but they also contribute significantly to improving the health and well-being of the communities they serve, addressing key issues such as breast cancer awareness, pediatric first aid, women and maternal health. They are actively participating in creating positive, lasting change. I would also like to take a moment to express our deepest gratitude for your recognition and support. The acknowledgement of our effort through the prestigious Global Award 2024 is an incredible honor. We greatly appreciate this special mention and your continued encouragement. Thank you again for your celebrating with us today and for your unwavering support in empowering our students to serve their communities. I hope that I am on time. Thank you.
Thank you so much and congratulations. Edina, it's your stage now, but just let me comment. We are already running out of time, but nevertheless, I think we all have 10 or maybe 15 minutes more time to listen also to the last but not least project of special mentions. And after that, Bojana will comment in a general way for all of us, for evaluators, for communities, for applicants, how we can maybe improve and keep going in institutionalization of service learning. So that is the plan for now. Edina, go ahead, please.
Thank you very much, and big congratulations to the team of professors and the students doing this practice. This wasn't easy decision, as Christiane said at the beginning. We were like arguing during our sessions, and we said, okay, we would like to have special mention for this project as well. So congratulations, and it was nice to see your faces and your energy and your presentation and what was going on in the practice during the implementation of service learning. Well, here the heart of the project is serving the community, and this is really emphasized in the application and in your presentation. One part of your application: empower community members with the knowledge and skills. This is really deep, sustainable, meaningful, and social change aspect of this practice. Students were thinking in which way we can support the community where community is, not with the high-tech things, not with the technologies which are maybe not available to the community members. So seeing these demonstrations of the first aid or creating video, and how you diversified your way of providing this service to community members. It really shows that students did research the needs, did get the empathy and understanding, and then created certain service that is more suitable and meaningful for community members. What we can see from here, there's an evolution of practice. We started from the first aid, then we recognized that we need to work on the cancer awareness, and then we worked on children and maternity health and all that aspect. So you can see this spiral when through reflection and evaluation, you understood that there's more and new layers which service can be provided, which is really visible and a great thing in this application. And this is one of the characteristics of the service learning practices, where sometimes we don't stop, we just see a new entering points that we are in our field, medicine or health education, but still there's a variety of needs there, and we can address these needs. In terms of, and here I want to share one personal, I'm sorry, but I will just be short. I'm personally touched by your students' inventions to reach out to children and maternity health. I had this challenge when I had my child, and I need to take care of it as a baby. And I asked pediatricians, do you have some kind of instructions, some kind of videos which are checked, which are like medically sound and proved? And she said to me, no, nobody does that. So this is especially like my personal reflection, how easy it is to create something that is long lasting, and it's reachable to everyone who needs this kind of support. So congratulations to you once again. Keep up the work in spite all the conditions that Bethlehem University and community there lives in. And thank you, Christian, for giving me the space to discuss and say something about this project. Thank you very much.
Thanks to you, Edina, and I totally agree with you. Also, as a mother, I see so much importance in this work. So congratulations again to you. Now, last but not least, we come to the third special mention for the Uniservitate Global Award. And that project is called Awareness, Pastoral Care in the Context of Festivals and Events. And we will listen to the student, Sophia, involved in this project. And after that, Brother Alejandro from Bethlehem University will comment on this project. Sophia.
Thank you. My name is Sophia, and I studied in Eichstätt religious education, and I have already participated twice in the project. And yeah, to present you our project, I want to share a short video. One moment.
Beste Stimmung auf dem Open Air am Berg. Ausgelassen feiern die Besucherinnen und Besucher zu kerniger Rockmusik. Doch der ganze Trubel kann auch irgendwann zu viel werden. Dann benötigt man möglicherweise eine Auszeit. Und genau dafür gibt es jetzt das Wahrnehmungs- oder auf Englisch Awareness-Team.
Wir sind auf jeden Fall immer da, wenn jemand ein Anliegen hat, jeglicher Natur, sei das jetzt einfach da zu sein, um zur Ruhe zu kommen, ein schnelles Getränk, also ein Wasser zu bekommen, oder einfach auch ein Gesprächsanliegen. Wenn jemand ein Gesprächsanliegen hat, dann sind wir da, hören zu, versuchen dann natürlich auch gegebenenfalls weitere Hilfe zu vermitteln, wenn der Bedarf da ist, dass es da auch noch weitergeht mit dem Thema.
Das Awareness-Team besteht aus Seelsorgern und Jugendreferentinnen der Diözese, Ehrenamtlichen der Malteser sowie Studentinnen und Studenten der Religionspädagogik der Katholischen Universität Eichstätt-Ingolstadt. Selbstverständlich wurden die Teammitglieder vor ihrem Einsatz entsprechend geschult.
Wir haben die Studierenden, aber auch die Malteser Seelsorger so im Umgang mit Krisengesprächen geschult, aber auch, was macht es mit Menschen, die in Krisen sind, wie reagieren die? Also welche Reaktionen zeigen die plötzlich, die sie sonst vielleicht nicht zeigen? Und vor allen Dingen aber, was macht es mit mir als Festivalseelsorgende? Warum belastet mich vielleicht mal so ein Gespräch dann? Und damit ich nachher wieder gut rausgehe aus diesem ganzen Event.
Für die angehenden Religionspädagoginnen und Pädagogen ist das Projekt Festivalseelsorge ein Teil ihres Schwerpunkts an der Uni. Dieser liegt in dem Fall auf der Jugendpastoral.
Sie sollen eben hautnah an das Feld der Jugendlichen rangehen, in Form diesmal von Festivalseelsorge. Und da war es sehr klar, dass wir das als Uni nicht alleine stemmen können, sondern geeignete Kooperationspartner brauchen. Und da war das ein Glücksfall, dass die Jugendstelle der Diözese Eichstätt und die Malteser Pastoral sowieso an dem gleichen Thema dran sind und unsere Studierenden dann eben auch mit begleitet haben und in die Kooperation mit einbezogen haben.
Für einige Studentinnen und Studenten, die an dem Projekt beteiligt sind, ist es der erste Einsatz als Festivalseelsorger. Deswegen ist es für sie auch etwas ganz Besonderes. Eine Mischung aus Spannung und Vorfreude.
Ich fühle mich soweit vorbereitet auf Eventualitäten, die so kommen können einfach. Aber wie dann die Situation letztendlich ausschauen, das ist immer individuell. Und ich finde, es macht auch den Reiz eigentlich aus, dass die Leute so kommen, wie sie sind und auch wir so da sind, wie wir sind. Und so entwickelt sich das Ganze natürlich und es ist eine wunderschöne Atmosphäre.
Das Awareness-Team hat auf dem Open Air am Berg durchaus seine Berechtigung. Die Gefühlswelt der Jugendlichen kann sich schließlich durchaus rasant ändern. Insofern finden es die Besucherinnen und Besucher des Festivals gut, dass es eine Seelsorge gibt.
Super, weil das ist einfach einzigartig in Eichstätt. Ich finde es auch richtig schön, dass es sowas in Eichstätt gibt und mit der Seelsorge ist auch einfach super, wenn man ein Problem hat oder so, man kann hier mal herkommen.
Also ich finde das mega, weil wenn man ein Problem hat oder so, dann kann man da hingehen und dann drüber reden und vielleicht geht es einem danach dann besser.
Ja, ich finde das echt voll schön, man kann hier über alles reden und das ist so einzigartig. Das macht das Festival auch voll aus.
Mit der Festivalseelsorge, organisiert vom Bistum Eichstätt, der Katholischen Universität und den Maltesern, sorgen die Veranstalter dafür, dass die Besucherinnen und Besucher das Festival und die Atmosphäre in vollen Zügen genießen können. Ganz nach dem Motto Rock on, aber sicher.
Thank you so much, Sophia. Do you want to add something? Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. For me, participating in this project was very valuable because I was able to see how such a huge project can not only be planned theoretically, but also really put into practice. And it also showed me that it is worth to explore new paths and trying new things out. And I think the project was an enrichment for all those involved because we as students, we were able to put our ideas into practice, and the diocese was able to benefit from our idea as well as from our staff support. And yes, it was really a great experience.
Thank you so much, Brother Alejandro.
Yes, so congratulations, Sophia, and congratulations to all your classmates and professors. We in the jury were very impressed by the creativity of this project and how you managed to bring together the church, the faculties of religious education, and society in general in a way that is sustainable, in a way that is refreshing and new, in a way that also addresses spiritual needs, which are often overlooked. And many times we don't fully understand how spiritual well-being really ties into full well-being and into emotional aspects, personal aspects, social aspects. So we think there's a lot of potential and really great creativity in your project. I admire the focus in engaging young people to do this, to be the ministers at these festivals, the strong alignment with Uniservitate's mission and spirit to bring service learning together with spirituality, the way the project effectively fosters empathy in people, and diverse perspectives, and teaches people to listen and to understand the other. This is which is incredibly important and incredibly powerful for the future as well, personally for the people participating and socially. And we thought it was overall an impressive collaboration between the civil society and the different church organizations. And we think this is something that makes the project sustainable. And we believe that as you continue with this project, you will be progressively more able to better identify the different needs and articulate them. And so this is fantastic. So thank you and congratulations.
Thank you very much, Alejandro, and congratulations, Sophia, also to your classmates. And Bojana, finally, it's your turn to give us some motivation, how we can become better, how can we improve in general. You have so much experience, you all from the jury, experts in service learning in our region, and that's why we ask you to share your impressions.
Thank you, and hello again to everyone. I believe that all of us here would agree that this was actually a very special celebration. And honestly, I don't know for a better way to spend this Friday afternoon or morning for some of you, but to be part of something that is so inspiring. I know I was personally very much inspired by your projects, and in particular your care, passion, and dedication behind. So let me actually continue in a positive note. I think that's always quite important for the closure. First of all, on behalf of the jury members, let me extend a truly big applause to all of you engaged, to all professors for igniting that service learning spark, not only within your courses as such, but particularly in your students. Then to all students who showcased an amazing dedication to their service learning projects, their leadership skills, and passion for contributing to social change in their respective communities. And of course, to all community partners that demonstrated something very important today, and that's a high level of trust in academic partners, both in professors and in students, and for recognizing the importance of university community engagement. I think that without that cohesion of such a triangle between professors, students, and community partners, none of these service learning projects would be that successful as they are. And this is why we're celebrating your achievements today. As to where to take it from here, we want to encourage you to continue being part of what we can surely call a global service learning movement. We encourage you to continue being service learning ambassadors at your universities and keep on contributing to your own institutional settings with your expertise in making higher education, teaching, and learning more engaged and thus more relevant. For sure, we know it's not always easy, but just keep up doing the great work that you already do. In addition, we encourage you to continue building trust in your students, allowing them to be co-creators of various service learning projects. We do believe that giving such a platform to our students, we are actually co-creating together with our community partners a socially responsible educational environment that contributes to educating both minds and hearts of our students on their professional and personal journey to become socially responsible leaders in our society. And we know that we need them, maybe today more than ever. We truly do need a future generation of socially responsible leaders in every single sector. And rather than celebrating particular projects, like for the end, let me say that I believe that this is a celebration of an array of values, of care, compassion, solidarity, integrity, respect, altruism, even bravery, and we can continue naming them. That's why we're extending our deepest congratulations to every single person, every single professor, every single student, and every single community partner, with kind of a rock and roll message. Just keep on rocking and rolling your service learning adventures and making all of our communities truly a better places to live in. And I'm so looking forward to meeting you in Rome. Congratulations to all of you once again, and just let us all give a loud applause.
Thank you so much, Bojana, and thank you all for coming here, for celebrating with us. I feel it. I'm using every minute another way of showing my passion and happiness. So I found out there's also this to announce celebration where we can express our happiness to listen to you, to get to know what is behind the application form, because evaluators as well as juries, jury members, they had this paperwork, and now we can finally see your faces, listen to your stories. So to close the celebration, I would like to thank all of you, teachers as well as students, communities, but I would also highlight the evaluators. I see that some of you are still here. So thank you very much. Julia from Augsburg, I can see here on my screen, and Makian from Lviv. Thank you so much for participating in this evaluation process. Thank you also again to the whole jury for all your efforts and your work. Thanks to Kleis, to Danielle, Ezekiel, and the whole team to support this process, and to Candelaria, of course, you are behind everything we do and supporting us anytime. So thank you very much. Thanks to communities, to students, we see you. I cannot announce it more. We see you and we see what you are doing. And that is why we talked with Maria Rosa and Candelaria also to create a newsletter on a regional level to make your projects and your experiences more visible. So also these great applications and projects who are not awarded this time, you are so great, and that's why we are working how to make them more visible. Thank you very much. And some of you I will see in Rome. And for the others, we stay in touch. We also are working hardly to make the next regional hub meeting possible on site so that we can all see you next year, and next year is coming soon. Congratulations again to all the winners, and see you soon.
See you soon. Congratulations.
Bye.